crossing the line, like a super powerful event, and really is so meaningful. So over the next 15 minutes, you guys are going to take plenty of notes. We're going to be talking about personal branding, social media, and we truly believe, I think as Glenn said earlier around the athlete being the CEO of their own career, that they need to consider this. Like, social media is not going to be for every athlete, but we see it as getting that athlete in pre, during, and post-sporting career. If they can build up their personal brand and use social media to do that in a meaningful way, then they're hashtag winning. So, we're Thinktank Scout, Benny and AB, chuck your hands up. We created this company. Oh, we've got a clap. We created this company off of another company that I own. I used to play rugby for England about 16 years ago. Came over to Australia because I fell in love with neighbours. Like, you know what, like Dr. Carl Kennedy, I fancied him, so I thought I've got to come over here and check it out. And then fell in love with Australia and the people and the opportunity. Used to be a PE teacher. Anyway, flew back to the UK and the rugby girls were like, come play a game. And there's me going, yeah, no problem, I totally got this. This is like 4 years after. And within the first 5 minutes, I broke my leg. And I'm like, damn. Stuck in England, it's March, it's raining, like picture it now. I've got a cast from here to here. And I've got told I can't come back to Australia. So I just remember one day, and this is how, I'm telling you a story for a reason here, because we're all about storytelling, right? I just remember one day one night, I was drinking gin and tonics in bed. I was getting fat, and I'm like, this is rubbish, what can I do with this? And I'd heard about Twitter, and I'd heard about YouTube, and social media, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to develop a video where I'm going to put it out there for businesses to bid for advertising space on my broken leg. So this is 2008. And I'm like, right, I think I'm onto something. So I got my mate over, we did a YouTube video, and we pumped it out, and I thought, how can I get it out there? So I looked at people on Twitter who were influencers, right? So people that had a big following that I wanted to get in front of. And I said to a handful of those people, can you share my video, can you share my video? Next minute, I wake up in the morning, I've got 27,000 hits on my YouTube channel, and my Twitter account had gone to like about 3,000, 4,000. And I'm like, I'm onto something here. And I'm all about people, I'm all about education. And I thought, where there's money, where there's eyeballs, there's people, where there's people, there's money, and that's where you can help like brands initially. That's where I come from. So I created an agency called Thinktank Social, and I wanted to be able to help brands to be able to help consumers, or basically sell to consumers, in a more meaningful way. So, which leads me on to Thinktank Scout. A year and a half ago, Benny and I, guy over there, you want to be speaking to him later on, we were like athletes. I come from an athletic background. I'm like, what are they doing with their social media profiles? And I started looking at some big time athletes, and I'm looking at their Instagram accounts and their Twitter accounts, and I'm like, they're not leveraging their brands. Are they even seeing themselves as a personal brand? And we spoke about the fact that we wanted to help athletes transition to be the best they can be, well, pre, during, and post-sporting career by leveraging their personal brand, right? They've already got the attention, so why wouldn't you leverage that while everyone's watching you right now? But adding value not only to your fans, but also working out, when I do retire, what do I want to do? And then reverse engineer it and go, well, if I want to do this, this is the type of content I need to start creating now, not just about AFL, not just about cycling, not just about rowing, but if I want to like go to this nth degree in terms of my career, I need to start developing this content now to open up my audience and gain the attraction of a bigger audience. Because for me, I'm always like, I'd rather have 1 million followers than $1 million, because you can monetize 1 million followers a lot more. Then $1 million, that's it, it's gone. So, leads me on to this next slide. This, like, write this down, or take a picture. Get this down right now. These 4 questions are a winning strategy to athletes and in business as a whole. Like, we'll ask the athlete, what does winning look like after sport? All right? What does that look like for you? Who are you going to be after sport? And what do you need to do now? What do you need to be good at? So yeah, you're great at sport right now, but what do you need to be good at after sport? What are you going to do about it? And how will you know? So what does success look like? And you start future pacing them, and then they can start imagining, okay, after sport, this is what I want to do. I'm really interested in media. I want to go into coaching. I want to open up my own business. And you get them thinking really early on, even like in academies, like 15, 16 years old, what are they going to do when they retire, right? Because you get injured and that's it. So you start opening up the picture. And then we bring in social media. So Caroline is one of our clients. You guys would know Caroline Buchanan, an absolute legend. We're all focused about the entrepreneurial athlete. That's why I said social media is not going to be right for every media, and Caroline came to us, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I was screaming on the phone going, "We just got Caroline as a client." She came to us and she said, "Stan, I'm really good on the bike. I want to be just as good off of the bike. What do I need to do with my social media to help me get to the Olympics?" And we went through that process with her. And I said, "Caroline, what about post-Olympics? Have you ever thought about what you want to do after that?" And she said, "Oh, you know, I thought about it a little bit. You know, I really want to empower females." And I'm like, "Great." And she started coming out with these different answers. And I said, "Caroline, that's what we've got to start to do now with your social media." We looked at her following, and it was like 15 to 26-year-old males in Australia. And where she wanted, yeah, of course, but where she wanted to be was empowering females. And she didn't have like a big female audience. Like, because it's BMX, and it was all BMX by the way, and she wanted to go into speaking, and I'm sure he does that stuff anyway, but to really leverage that. So we were like, okay, these are some of the things that you need to start doing now, and these are some of the brands that you potentially want to align yourself with, or partners, to help you get to where you want to be post-sporting career. And that's what we're doing now through a content strategy. Does that make sense? How good is this? It's great, isn't it? Great and great. So, for the entrepreneurial athlete that understands social media, it's all about future-proofing yourself. It's all about building up your right audience and then engaging them and delivering value. So it's not just about the sport. People in communities want to know about lifestyle. They want to know, what are you eating? How are you training? What's your mindset like? And you engage that community like Caroline's doing, and you bring them in nice and close, and they're with you all the way, not only through like sport, but also post-sport. Like, they're constantly with you. And you can take that into whatever career you want, because you've got that audience of 100, 200, 300,000, 500,000 that will walk through fire for you, as opposed to just the 15 to 26-year-old that's into BMX. Switched on. Putting people first as well. So if you're active on social media, you've got to think about the people. So how am I going to engage that person? What value am I going to add to them? And it's those 1%ers, as with the entrepreneurial athlete on social media, that really sets them up for success post-career. It really is. It's like caring, not just about them in their sport, but thinking about how can I empower that young girl there? How can I help that kid over there through this message around mindset, which got me to be to where I am today. It's making sense? I'm powering through this. I'll slow down, I'm so excited. So delivering an ROI. So with all of our athletes, a lot of them have sponsors and a lot of them have partners. So what we want to do is obviously help that athlete not only develop their fan base, but help that partner get a return based on that athlete's investment, right? So with Caroline, I'll give you an example of Sony. They absolutely love her, they're her partner. And what we're doing is we're making sure that we're bringing Sony content in a really meaningful way. She actually loves the brand. It's not like she's selling out or just pimping out because she's getting some money from Sony. She loves the brand and she incorporates it into her posts. And what we're doing with this athlete, take Caroline for example, is we're developing scorecards where we can go back to Sony and say, over X amount of time, she's been in front of X amount of eyeballs, and these eyeballs have been engaged, and X amount of traffic's gone to your website, for example. And Caroline's generated, and with Sony today, and tell me if I'm wrong here, Benny, $308,000 on the next slide of perceived revenue, so eyeballs. So Sony would have had to pay like the media, any type of media, to be able to get those eyeballs, but Caroline's generated that for her partner. So the switched on athlete in the room, or the switched on player manager, or the brand, they need to know, the athletes start thinking about, how do I show value back now to my partners? And how do I take them not only through my career, but come along with me to the end. Now I'm retiring, come along with me. You know, extend that story, collect that data along the way, but start thinking about it now where they're really, really relevant in sport and they've got the eyeballs in front of them.